Sneaky snake.
That's why I announced.
Go back up to her.
Okay,
We could probably get going.
we'll go ahead, it's 6 o'clock. Looks like we have a quorum, we're only missing Julie this evening. Regular agenda, is there any changes?
No adjustments.
Additions? No
Nope.
adjustments? Okay. Could I get a motion on the agenda?
So moved.
We need a second.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same side. Okay, agenda is approved. March 12th, meeting minutes. Has everyone had a chance to review those? Once you've reviewed, can I get a motion for approving, or if there's any changes?
Motion to approve the March 12th meeting minutes.
We have a first to approve, do we have a second?
Was I here? Was it?
Yes.
Yeah, I was doing
I
That
think
was
everyone
12th.
was.
I might have.
You were either on phone or, oh,
Okay,
you were missing.
Yeah.
okay. I moved to second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? Meeting minutes are approved for March 12th. And we need to approve the March 26th meeting minutes.
That's all those good. That's right.
Do we have a motion on the minutes for the 26th?
I'll move approval of the March 26th minutes.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the minutes. All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? Minutes are approved. So next item on the agenda is the Southdale Farms 8th edition. We're gonna look at the rezone. Do we want to do rezone and plat
Same together.
at the same time? I'm gonna review it first, then we'll open the public hearing.
Yep. All right, Commissioners, the application before you is for a subdivision of approximately 11.90 acres into one lot. And with that accompanies a rezone, to rezone the property from its current district classification of ag to commercial. This is utilizing the new land use ordinance kind of format with the staff report, so you'll notice some changes throughout there. Staff set agency comments for this application on March 15th, 2024. We received no comments back. A radius notice to property owners of 300 feet was sent on March 19th, 2024, and then the notice ran in the paper from March 24th and April 1st on that. This will kind of just jump through to transportation and connectivity on this one. No new roadway or pathway systems are provided with the subdivision of this property. Right away for 65th and 64th Avenue are proposed to be provided as part of the subdivision request. With this potential future access onto this and its proximity to 66, staff would note that future access on this property based on discussions with the future owner of the property and to meet their needs should be limited to 65th Avenue or 66th Street. The applicants provided, again, a complete application for subdivision or rezone. The application, like I said, is proposing to subdivide into one lot with commercial. And the property at this time is just proposed to be platted. No further development of the site is proposed at this time. Further subdivision design review and or site plan applications may be required with future development of the proposed parcel. And just lastly, on January 24th, 2024, the Park District issued a recommendation for public land dedication for Southdale Farms 8th. They're recommending that the 0.59 acre requirement be withdrawn from the developer's land dedication credit, which was done with a previous phase of Southdale Farms, which brings their total remaining credit to 3.01 acres. The staff would note in the Park District recommendation mentioned Southdale Farms 7th edition. We have notified the Park District of this typo and we're working to receive an updated recommendation with the correct development listed on that. With that, staff would recommend the Planning and Zoning Commission approve the subdivision or rezone application for Southdale Farms 8th, subject to the following conditions that would limit future ingress and egress to the property from either 65th Avenue or 66th Street. And I guess we'll stand for any questions, or if not, we can move into the public hearing.
No questions? So open the public hearing for Southdale Farms 8th plat and rezone.
You want me to come up here to speak so that
Sure.
it's recorded?
Mhm.
Yeah. So, good evening, Madam Chair and the rest of the Planning and Zoning Commission. I am Chris Mack on behalf of New Horizon Homes. It's fairly straightforward. We have a commercial lot. It will be a church, and we're doing a subdivision for that. The pastor with the church is here tonight as well. He can speak on it, but they're a couple years out, so we're platting for 65th Avenue with this plat, but the improvements won't be done right away. They'll be done as they need access for their church property, so. And then if you have any other questions, I'll be available.
Okay. Thank you. Is there any other comment from the public on this item tonight? No? Does anybody have any questions for the developer or the applicant?
So it's a rezone and the plat?
Correct.
Boy, everybody's quiet tonight. We're all good? Okay, for both the plat and the rezone? Okay,
The
we will,
current property's ag right now, right?
Correct, yeah.
Okay. I'll make a motion to approve.
Well, I-
Oh, we gotta
have to
close the hearing, I'm
the-
sorry, yeah.
Close the public hearing. Okay,
I make a motion to approve the rezone of the agricultural land to commercial with the egress and ingress per staff recommendations.
okay.
I'll second that.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion is approved. That one was easy.
Yeah.
Do we want to, I guess clarification purpose, I think in the motion you just included the rezone. Do we want to include the plat as
I
well?
thought I did the plat too, didn't
I
I?
thought you did
Did
too.
I think you meant to plat with the staff's recommendation to
Gotcha,
approve the
okay.
egress.
Did I say something different?
That's what you said, it's just Jason's wanting the word approval of the plat and rezone. So just for clarification.
We all understand that's what was done?
I
Okay.
do.
Yes.
Okay, then next on the agenda is Southdale Farms 9th edition. This is also for a rezone and plat. Jace?
Yes. All right, commissioners will travel just about a block south onto this one. All right. So this is a public hearing for plat and rezone as well. Agency comment request issued on March 15th, 2024. Radius notice was sent on March 19th, 2024, and it ran in the forum on March 24th and April 1st. The applicant has filed a complete application for the subdivision of approximately 15.5 acres into 66 lots. And the original applicant's request was for a rezone from its current district classification of ag to R6 high-density residential. Jump kind of down through projects proposed to be served by sanitary sewer from the city of Horace. Water from Casper Water Users District. Fire protection, I would note in the staff report, you'll notice it has changed to Southern Valley Fire and Rescue. That is what the Horace Rural Fire District is now known as of a week ago. And police protection are offered from the Cass County Sheriff on that property. Jumping into kind of staff analysis of this, like we talked about the rezone and plat. The applicants made some modifications to the plat, including lot 10, block 2, and lot 18, block 3. Both of the aforementioned lots are to be owned by the city, lot 10, block 2, and the Park District, lot 18, block 3. The applicant has since updated the rezone request to account for those two lots, to add public facilities to that. So part of the motion tonight would be to include public facilities within the rezone of this property as well. The proposed development features average lot size of around 7,400 square feet. Staff would note that this application was submitted prior to the new land use ordinance. However, a vast majority of the development is compliant with the proposed standards of compact residential zoning district within the new ordinance. The only portion of the development that is not compliant, and I'm going to pull up the plat map so we can talk about this portion, and I'll probably have the applicant talk about this a little bit more in depth once we get down there. So these 6 lots through there, and realistically only lots 1 through 3 of block 1 are not compliant with the new standards of the ordinance. The 6 lots within that area were provided services with a prior construction phase of Southdale Farms. But it is staff's understanding that although the developer's application has been part of the adoption, that with how this project was designed, that they are fully intending on complying with the setback standards of the new ordinance with that. Like I said, only those 3 lots are shy of the 45-foot width minimum. And because of those 3 lots being shy of that, this project came in at like 47.9 in terms of an average lot width through there. So overall, the entire development is compliant with that, but they wanted to submit before just to clear any headaches with those 3 lots that are within there. March 11th, 2024, the Park District issued a recommendation for public land dedication. The overall development requires 1.55 acres of dedication. And again, with the previous land dedication credit they had, the Park District took a portion of that, which would leave approximately 1.5 acres remaining of that land dedication. The original layout of this development was very deep lots along 66th Street. The applicants approached the Park District about providing additional land dedication to help shorten up those lots and provide a buffer along 66th Street South. On April 3rd, the Park District issued another recommendation letter for Southdale Farms 9th, stating the Park District was willing to accept the land donation, which would be lot 18, block 3. This chunk right here, with the stipulation that this action is independent of prior and potential future land dedications based on the city ordinance requirement for public land dedication. Following that, or our review of that, staff can support the Park District recommendation and would add the condition of approval that dedication of lot 18, block 3 shall be independent of prior and potential future land use dedication based on the city ordinance within the Southdale Farms development. With previous construction occurring in the area, an easement for sanitary sewer was acquired, and a line was installed through the area of the proposed development. Following other development patterns in the area, the alignment of Christensen Boulevard has been shifted slightly to allow more room for additional accesses onto 66th Street and provide access to the development of the southeast of this proposed project. However, this pushed the alignment of Christensen Boulevard off the existing easement and resulting in installation of lot 10, block 2. The developer has posed the question, and you can see that noted in there if you can't really read that, but whether that lot should remain a lot or be reverted to expanded right away. I did talk with the city engineer about this a little bit, and for the sake of maintaining a clean corridor in terms of right of way widths, it would be staff's preference to keep lot 10, block 2 as a lot and add a condition that lot 10, block 2 be dedicated to the city via plat. So with that, staff does recommend the Planning and Zoning Commission recommend approval of the rezone and subdivision application for Southdale Farms 9th with the following conditions: dedication of lot 18, block 3 to the Park District shall be independent of prior and potential future land dedications required by city ordinance. Lot 10, Block 2 shall be dedicated to the city of Horace. Lot 18, Block 3 and Lot 10, Block 2 shall be zoned public facilities. And then development agreements with both the city and Casserole Water shall be signed prior to the plat being recorded, which is relatively standard for what we end up doing on that. So I will open myself up for any questions, and if you got nothing for me, let's hop into the public hearing on this one as well.
Questions for Jace?
I do have a quick question. So you were saying that there's a few lots that are out of compliance. Does that mean that they're not gonna be able to achieve the 7-foot setback in those lots, or they will be able to, or they are going to?
They are about a half a foot short, so it's 45, 44, and 44, and I will
Right,
state
right.
my understanding of the conversation, that those ones would also still be able to meet the setback. It would be a smaller home product on those, and it was strictly for the lot width, but I guess I will defer to the applicant
Okay.
on answering that question as well.
Okay. Okay, we'll open the public hearing.
So, yeah, I can speak on the lots that are shown there. So originally when we did Southdale Fourth, we used the east edge of 67th Street right away as a boundary. Then after we started the infrastructure plans and working with Jim and Interstate, they really didn't want to tear up the street to do these access points. So we had a future area plan showing the lot configuration like this. And then we got services, and then they added a hydrant on lot 1. And now there's also electrical transformers already installed too. And Cass County did the rest of the subdivision for power. So that's why we're still in R6 zoning, but we're gonna pretty much follow the compact residential besides those 3 lots. And then as far as the concern on the lot width, our narrowest one is 44. That'll still give us a 30-foot wide buildable home. So it'd just be a 2-stall garage instead of a 3-stall, but yep. So that would work for us. And then I don't have anything else unless you have questions.
So our ordinance would require 45-foot wide lots, and so these 3 don't meet because of that.
Right.
But the average, we have an average clause in there also,
Yep.
and you said that met.
It's
that
just shy, it's
criteria.
47.9. So they submitted
Supposed to be-
prior to the adoption
Yep.
for that sole purpose that with those 3 lots would bump them below that average
Okay.
and below the necessary width. So in terms of the R6 standard that this was submitted under,
Right.
it is compliant. However, like I said, the entire development was designed within the guidelines of the compact residential district, and that is the developer's full intent to comply with the standards listed out within that. So this was a submit to avoid, I guess, the hardship portion of that with the existing services, and be compliant in that fashion with the intent of complying with the district as adopted now.
Okay.
So in your
My-
motion, this would be in approval of R6. Just know the fact that once this shows up on the site, this would be amended to be compact residential.
And we don't need to do a variance?
No.
Thank you.
You're welcome. No, thank you.
Okay, any questions for Chris? No? Do we have any comments, questions from public on this application? No? Okay. We can close the public hearing. Any other discussion members wanted?
I just had a quick question. That lot 10, block 2, dedicated to City Horse, what is that? Is it just gonna be like a strip of grass there? or
Yeah,
what's
so
the-
essentially it would be an extension of either when civil plans or stuff go through this, the, I guess sidewalk could be pushed up into that. But it would just be a lot that's maintained by the city, similar to how we maintain right-of-way. But just for sake of maintaining the visual right-of-way corridor, we thought it would be better to keep it as a lot, that we would still maintain the area regardless whether it was a lot or right-of-way.
Thank you.
Any other questions, comments, concerns? Okay. Does anyone want to make a motion considering the plot, or the rezone and the plat for Southdale Farms 9? Well, I can make a motion, I'll make a motion to approve the rezone and the plat for Farms, Southdale Farms 9th edition, and include the conditions that the city staff recommended 7.11 through 7.1.4. Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? So moved. Okay. Well, that was a short. Thank you. Any other discussion points or?
The only thing I
questions or
said, just
comments?
mentioned, I don't have the key tonight for the closet all this goes in, so I will take care of cleaning up stuff in the morning, so don't worry about that. And
Oh, okay.
Commissioner Chalmers operating, so.
Okay.
Gotta point that out. That's all I got.
Okay. Do we have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn? Second.
Okay. So moved. We are adjourned.